Hey everyone, it's Sarah from Boss Curl Co, and today we're going to be talking about hair porosity. So there are three different types of hair porosity, and they are low, normal, and high porosity. So the porosity of our hair is actually relating to the cuticle layer of our hair, and this is the outside layer of each of our hair strands. And the cuticle can be determined by genetics, or it can be changed by things like heat styling and color styling our hair. So if you do a bit of researching online, you'll probably find that there are a few different tests that you can do to determine the type of hair porosity that you have. So the first test that you can do is the floating strand test, and that just requires a single strand of your hair that you've shed and a glass of water, a clear glass, so that you can see what your hair strand does in that water. So you're going to fill the glass up and you're going to pop your strand in and you're just going to watch what it does. So if it sinks quite fast, then you've got high porosity hair because your hair strand has soaked up that water, that moisture, and it has now sunk. If your hair floats at the top and it stays at the top, then you've got low porosity hair, and that's because your hair has a hard time soaking up moisture. If your hair sits in the middle somewhere, then you've got normal porosity hair. Another test that you can do is on clean, dry hair and just having a spray bottle. So you're going to spray your hair down with the bottle of water and you're going to watch what that water does on your hair. So if it beads on your hair and it sits on your hair, then you have low porosity hair because your hair isn't able to absorb that moisture. If you spray your hair and it sits there for a little bit but then quickly soaks up, then you've got normal porosity hair. But then if you spray your hair and it just disappears, the water just disappears into your hair, then you've got high porosity hair because your hair has just soaked up that water. Okay, so if you have low porosity hair, then that means that the cuticle layer of your hair strand is closed shut. And this means that your hair can get oilier faster. It means if you're using the wrong products on your hair, it will weigh it down. And it also means that when you get in the shower, it takes forever for your hair to get wet. And then when you get out, it takes forever for it to dry. If you have this hair type, then lightweight products are for you. So water-based styling products and treatments are going to be great for your hair, and they're not going to weigh it down and make it feel heavy. Pre-poo your hair with humectant products such as olive oil, avocado oil, or coconut oil so that it helps penetrate your hair before you go ahead and wash it. When you do wash your hair, use cleansing products so that it helps to remove the buildup on your hair that's weighing it down. Use warm water and steam when you're applying your products and treatments so that it helps to open up the cuticles and allow some moisture in. Remember as well that low porosity hair still enjoys a good deep condition. The only thing to be aware of is using protein products, as these can dry out your hair. So if you have low porosity hair, Boss Curl Co still has you covered. You're probably going to want to reach for your Curlfriend leave-in conditioner spray, your 3-minute deep conditioning treatments, your light hold gels, possibly even your medium hold, and your cleanse range. All of these products are lightweight and they're going to help give your hair some moisture but also not weigh it down. So if you have normal porosity hair, it means that the cuticle layer of your hair is slightly open, so it lets in a good amount of moisture and it holds on to it really well. If you have this type of hair, it's super easy to maintain and it probably enjoys a wide variety of products. Be cautious though when you're heat styling and chemical styling, and make sure you are using protection because it can damage the cuticle layer and cause the cuticles to open more and your hair becoming more highly porous. So if you have high porosity hair, then your hair cuticles are wide open, and this means that your hair absorbs a lot of moisture really quickly, but it also has a hard time holding on to it. So if you have this hair type, that means that your hair is probably frizzy and dry and prone to damage and quite brittle. It also means that when you're in the shower, it will get wet really quickly, but then when you get out of the shower, it will dry really fast. Highly porous hair enjoys your more richer products such as your butters and your creams. When you are styling your hair, you're going to want to use heat protection, and you're going to want to use a gel that's going to seal the hair and prevent the moisture that you're adding to it from evaporating out of your hair, and also protecting it from external damage. So highly porous hair really enjoys your deep conditioning treatments and protein as well. Your deep conditioner is going to add the moisture that your hair craves, and your protein products are going to help fill in the gaps in your hair's cuticle to help seal in that moisture. So Boss Curl Co products that will work great for your hair are your Curl's Best Friend Leave-In Cream, your curl cream, your stronghold gels, your heat protectors, your 10-minute masks, as well as your hydrate range are going to work really well for your hair, and they're going to help hydrate it and then also seal in that moisture with your stronghold gels. So I hope you have found this video helpful, and I hope you've been able to work out what type of porosity your hair has and how you can better manage your hair. As always though, you know your hair better than anyone, so do what works well for your hair and rock the texture that you have. Please follow us on Instagram and join in the Curl Club on Facebook, and we shall see you in our next video. Bye.